Howdy everybody, welcome to another classic ATV drag race video. We're going to get things measured out, we're going to get started soon. We want to welcome all the people who love these machines, and we want to welcome all the people who love to make smart-ass comments about these videos. Getting past that bunch of Amish horse crap on the road, let's get right into this. What's happening, guys? We're back. It's Jack and TMD, and we're back with another classic battle of vintage ATVs for your viewing enjoyment. Today we kind of mixed things up, Jack. What did we do? We've got three-wheeler versus
four-wheeler
and four-stroke versus
two-stroke.
Now, if you have any guesses at those, guys, what came out of that era, it only can be a few different combinations. So let's get right into what we're going to be racing today. All right, guys, we're going to show you what we're running today. Before we get into that, the tail of the tape again is TMD. I am 6'1" and I weigh about 190 pounds. Jack, get back over here, my friend. And how tall are you now?
5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half, and you weigh
150.
You weigh 150, so there's a little bit of a weight difference. Now, the two machines that we are running weigh exactly the same.
Basically, yeah.
320 and 324 pounds. So let's get.
So here for our four-stroke machine, we have a three-wheeler. It's the 1985 Honda 350X. It actually is all original. It has nothing ever done to it. It even has the original tires, front and back. The only thing different when my dad gets over here, it got replaced with a chrome kickstart, which is kind of weird because to our understanding they're supposed to be black. But that's the only thing that's different, which has nothing to do with how the machine operates. But something really rare about this is it still has this black back plastic piece on it, which is really rare for these machines because a lot of times they get ripped off. All
right, guys, now we're going to get on to our next machine. Now, this one is a little bit different, and it's a little bit later in the era of these machines. This is a 2000 Yamaha Blaster. Now, this is a two-stroke. Of course, it's a four-wheeler. This one you might have seen. Check out our video. I'll put it in a card above of the 200X versus the Blaster. This is the one where we blew the engine. Now, since then, we have gotten the engine rebuilt, and this one is a bit modified. We do have the FMF full exhaust on this thing, and Jack, go over by the engine. We have had the head has been milled for higher compression. So there's been some porting and polishing done on the intake exhaust to up the performance as well. And it's bored over, I forgot to say too, so it's a little bit bigger displacement. We're gonna see what a 200cc modified two-stroke can do against a full bone stock 350cc classic three-wheeler four-stroke. All right, how we're gonna run this race, guys, we're gonna do two 660 feet. We're going to switch machines, so two times on each machine between us, and then we're going to do one race, long race, just to see kind of who wins on a longer top speed race. We're going to count down simultaneously, trying to synchronize the starts. That worked better last time. Let's get right into this. I think this is going to be an interesting race because that little Blaster, since we got the engine rebuilt and with those mods, it does rip pretty good. It's pretty fun. And then, of course, you got the king of the hill, the 350X. Bigger displacement, but it's a four-stroke. So we're going to see how this pans out. So while Jack warms up that one, guys, what I'll say is that is a bone stock machine, right down to the tires. So it'll be fun to see what happens today.
Okay, and before you keyboard mechanics go crazy, both of these clutches just got redone, so there will be no slipping. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Race number one. We're going to count down from 5, 4, Race number 2. Start.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is race number 5. And 5, 4, 3, like a long race, or what are we doing?
Yeah, long race. I just want to try. Second gear, rolling start. We'll start at the start sign. Let's go to so that kind of white tree down there.
Okay.
On the left side, you know what I'm talking about? That by those two in that white.
Alright guys, that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed that video. Don't tell the town of Lynn we were down here doing this. One day they're going to catch up with us. Anyway, Jack, what did you think? What are your final thoughts?
I don't know. This is one fast blaster.
I would agree.
It's 150 cc less than that big 4-stroke, and it was keeping up with it, at least when I was on it, just because of kind of the weight differential. But, I mean, obviously 350X had a lot at the top speed, but I mean, it was just overall a really good race. Lots of close races.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good race. I honestly, going into it, thought maybe the Blaster would win, but at the end of the day, the bigger motor of the 350X, the biggest displacement three-wheeler ever made, just kind of keeps pulling, and it kind of keeps going like a freight train down the tracks. It just keeps building speed, building speed, building speed.
Kind of like the Quadzilla against the Banshee.
Yeah, kind of like the Quadzilla against the Banshee. Watch that video too. Guys, hope you enjoyed this. To all you expert drivers and riders and people who know how to shift, just feel free to put those comments out there, because I will respond personally to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. And remember, always keep it real.